Let's see. What about now? Give me a one if you cannot. Okay. I need you. Hello. 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 So, Tim, give me a one if you can hear me. A one? Okay, Kenneth can hear me. Sherry can hear me. And apparently everybody can hear now. One. Hi, everybody. How are you? Uh, so, as you see, I am not in my van. I am in a hotel, and we will talk about that if necessary. So, let's say hello to everybody. Who is here? Iris was here setting a question. Ivan is here. Ivan, I understand you are new here, so welcome. Welcome. Um, oh, and you were invited by Shirley. Hi, Shirley. Danette, sweetheart, I miss you so. We haven't seen each other in more than a year. Sherry, my dear friend, more bang for your bucks. Who's that? I have no idea who that may be. I have no idea. Kenneth is in the house. And who else? Uh, do, 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 do. I think everybody is being has been greeted. And welcome. Elsa is here. Nice. Elsa, how are you? And how are you? I am I am in the north of Minnesota, almost in the border with Canada. And I suppose you all know I came here for a seasonal job. I will be working 3 months here. It has been an incredible experience so far. I will start working on Monday, but I had the orientation and all those things already. But it is so weird to be here because it's a town in the middle of nowhere, the biggest croplands you can imagine. Your eyes cannot see the end of them. I stopped to rescue a turtle, and I don't know, it's in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing. There are no businesses, there is nothing. So it's going to be a test. And I came here with Debbie, with Crystal, and with Joy, and the three of them are in a campground because the company pays for your accommodations. And so they do have vans with more comforts than mine. So they put me in a hotel. Yay! I am not going to complain. So I am taking showers every day now. Shh, don't say anything. I mean, we are clean anyway. So, how are you? Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I just hope I have audio because I don't know. So, hello. Everybody's having so much fun saying hello to everybody. It's so funny. Tim is saying hello to everybody. Everybody's saying hello to Tim. Tim is the best. We know that. But thank you for rescuing the turtle. Oh, you rescued a dog. Oh, poor thing. I don't want to imagine what happened to the poor dog. I was driving, as I said, in the middle of nowhere, and I saw this turtle in the middle of the road, and I thought, okay, if I don't stop and the road, help her cross the road, um, a car is going to run her over. And it was so funny because the minute I approached her, she saw me and she started funny noises. So I lifted her anyway and I put her on the other side of the street, and she was not happy with that. So, what do I do for fun, Tim? I I am editing some videos and nothing. I have a little thingy to share. It was so funny. Sherry says, "You're going to be working there for 3 months." Yes, Sherry, 3 months. I still don't know exactly what kind of work it is. I have an idea, but I don't know much. So I hope I will be able to complete the 3 months. I'm confident. Uh, yes, of course, Kenneth, but just 1 minute. You know what? It was very funny because the day I had to go to the orientation, I I got there early, so I started working on my phone, just doing a couple of things. And in my feed, it pops up that 2 days before, a guy was killed outside of the factory where I am going to be working at. So he was found dead there, and I didn't get any more news about that. I didn't see anything on the news, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, I'm going to work at a place where someone was just killed. Isn't that like ugh, something? Um, yeah, I suppose there are things that happen everywhere. Like maybe he was going out with the other person's wife, who knows, something, and it was something personal. I I don't know. Sherry says, I hope it is not something to do with Ladies of the Night. No, it was apparently he's a worker of the company. He walks out of the company. There is this other guy waiting for him there, and he kills him. So I suppose it was a crime of passion, maybe. Elsa says, how are the wedding plans going? Oh, it's just a mess with that because I think the kids want to. Oh, Sherry, I mean your job. Oh, so you think I am lady of the night material? No, Sherry, no, no way. So Elsa, plans are going great. The kids. I got to meet my future daughter-in-law in person. She's delightful, so nice. And then the family invited me to have dinner with them, and her mother made an amazing recipe that I am going to share with you one of these days. It sounds very weird because it is sausages in pineapple sauce, or pineapple, yeah, kind of a sauce. And sausages and pineapple, I don't know about you, but it doesn't ring properly with me. I don't know. It was amazing. It was incredibly good. I haven't had that much fun with a dish in a long, long time. It was amazing. Uh, Tim is cracking up because of what Sherry said about the ladies of the night. Um, yeah, I didn't catch the joke quick enough. I am so far removed from all those dirty thoughts that Sherry has, you know. I didn't I didn't catch your drift, Sherry. Sorry. So before we go to the questions, let me share with you what happened with the hotel. As soon as I got here, the mattress is so incredibly firm, I couldn't sleep. I was so uncomfortable. In the middle of the night, I got up, I put on my jacket, I went to the van that is right outside. I crawled in the van and I slept in my van, and it was amazing. I was so comfortable there. Isn't that funny how you think, oh, you're going to be sleeping on a big bed? It's super comfortable. No, I needed to sleep in my van. So I was happy with the thought that we make our vans so comfortable uh, that we like them. That's good. So, yes, let's start with the questions. Iris already went ahead of everybody, and she wrote she asked a question that I think is very general, so maybe everybody can help her with the answer. I will give her my answer, what I think my opinion is about this, and then please, everybody feel comfortable with helping. Iris said, uh, do you believe a disabled person can have a decent life on $900 per month? I know that is a big question and may need research. Not really. I don't need to research much in order to give you my opinion, Iris. So this is the first thought that came to to my mind. Eh, the first question I would have for you is, are you meaning living on 900 a month out there on sticks and bricks, or 900 a month as a nomad? It is a big difference between one thing and the other, because on sticks and bricks you have to pay rent, and probably 900 will just cover the rent, or maybe if you rent a room somewhere. As a nomad, I did make a video, two videos actually, around that topic. One about all the things we nomads do not pay, like electricity and garbage and all those things. We don't pay that, so we save that money. And on the other hand, in my case, I force myself to save money by having this $20 a day rule. So I try not to spend more than $20 every day. If I go to the supermarket and I buy $40 in food, that is what I can spend for that day and the following day. So the following day, I cannot go to the supermarket or any place else. I cannot spend another $20. That is my way of controlling myself, and that puts me at $600 a month of expenses. And then, of course, I mean, if you are a nomad, you have a vehicle and you will have to use gas. You can limit yourself. I mean, you cannot go far, and that's it. but you will have to pay insurance. So I don't know. Those are the numbers you have to crunch. I feel I would be able to, I am doing it, trying to stay at the $600 a month. And I know of some other people who also go for 600. I don't know why. Apparently, it's a magic number. And anything else you get, you save it, because saving is a huge necessity as a nomad. Uh, Iris says, uh, okay, so you confirm it would be as a nomad. Exactly. Sticks and bricks are out of the question, and you have been staying with your daughter. Perfect. Tim says, that's a loaded question. What kind of disability do you have? If your health is dependent on electricity, I wouldn't take on the van life endeavor, of course, of course. Then comes that other layer of difficulty, meaning, can you move inside of the vehicle? Do you depend, as Tim says, on electricity or other resources? Um, you know, Iris, when you're on BLM land, you're not going anywhere. You stay there. So you don't use gas unless you go to the supermarket and back. And the day you have to buy some gas, that day you cannot spend money on food. But if I have a very simple diet and I don't buy anything else, I don't buy anything. I just try to be minimalistic. So I will send you the link to those videos and see if that helps in any way. And I tell you one thing, out of all the people I know that have stayed for long periods of time at BLM sites, we all love it. It's beautiful. You're just there knitting, doing your thing, reading books, whatever you have. You can always go to the library. Um, it's doable. It's doable, but you have to think hard about that and see if you really want to become a nomad. Crystal is here. Hello, Crystal. I was telling the gang that you're in a campground not far away from me. We are getting ready to start working on Monday. That is going to be an adventure. And so, questions. We said we were going to ask questions. So, who goes first? Tim, you said you were writing down all the questions. Where are your questions? It's kind of a truth or dare. Tim says the day went by fast in BLM, especially when you are camping with the right people like Adriana and me. Of course, you see, Iris, that would be a way of saving even more money because Tim makes those famous egg rolls. So that day you don't have to buy any food. You just have egg rolls, and they are delicious. Hi, Christina. How are you? Good, good to see you. Kind of. Um, and yeah, it's. She's saying it's been a dream of mine. I think the to try the egg rolls. I think that is what she refers with a dream. Um, okay. Tim says, what kind of health care do you have being on the road? Question. How are you liking the hotel accommodations? I told you, Crystal, I had to go sleep in my van because the mattress is too firm and egg rolls too. And today I had a misunderstanding with the room service because I was taking my shower and they started banging on the door. Room service, room service. They wanted to come in and clean the room. So I wrapped myself in a towel and I go and I open the door. Hey, I'm taking a shower. Oh, I need to clean the room. Oh, well, you will have to give me some minutes to finish taking my shower. She never came back. Okay, that's okay. I don't need her. Um, so Sherry says, are your solar panels working good and do they give you plenty of electricity? Yes, yes, the solar panel is working great. It's just a small panel, only 100. For my Jackery, that is 500, is enough, but the Jackery is not enough. Eventually, after these 3 months are over, I will have to start thinking what step is next. But I really want to have something bigger. And as you know, we have been talking about this. I will very surely make my own system with Tim's help. I will do that. Shirley says, window coverings with reflectives. Do you switch them from one side of the band to the other side? From this is the thing. At first, I started with the ones I made with reflectives, Reflectex, and I glued black fabric on one side and a design of my choice on the other side uh, for the interior look of the van. And so even with the black fabric that is not shiny against the window, from outside, you can see that there is a protector against the window. Every time I have seen protectors, you can always tell there is a protector on the window. So the shiny silvery side of the window protectors, yeah, it is a little bit more obvious, but you can see them anyway. In whichever position you put them from outside, you can see them. What I have noticed is if you put the dark side out, and if it is a cold day, when the sun starts heating up, your van gets warmer a little faster. With the Reflectex side out, that is perfect in summer, so it keeps the heat of the sun outside. Being stealth, the protectors, anybody can tell the protectors are there. My van is very stealth, but of course, having the solar panel on top is like, hello, here I am. So, but still, nobody bothers me. So, there are many little tricks. We should make a video about the little tricks. Like, for example, the other day I recorded something that is going to be a short. In a parking lot, it said maximum stayed 24 hours. They are giving you permission to stay. No camping. That means do not take your grill and your chairs out and make a barbecue there. You cannot do that. And what other thing it said? Oh, no unhinged trailers. So, yes, if you're towing a trailer, you cannot leave the trailer and drive away. In that particular place, they didn't like that. But they didn't say you cannot overnight here. And it was in the middle of downtown. It was fantastic. So, yes, you can stay in those places and they will see that you have window covers and they will know there is a person there. But since the sign doesn't say no sleeping in the vehicle, you can do it. So I hope it helps with the question about the window covers. Tim says, Sue asked Tim about whether his egg rolls are veggie or chicken. I think they were pork, right? Pork, yes. But I suppose we can try to have them vegetarian. Crystal says, do you prefer the desert or grassy, beautiful trees and rivers, lakes areas? I totally prefer the desert. Totally, hands down. I love a nice forest, but usually there are mosquitoes or flies or something. I like it, but the desert is my first choice indeed. Uh, Shirley says, if I color one side, it won't fit the same window when I flip it over because, right, you have to cross them over. So when you want to change the side of the protector, the one you're using on your right window, you have to put it on the left window, on the left side window, and vice versa. And that way you change, that is how you flip colors with protectors. Uh, Thank you, Crystal. I missed you. I thought you were coming today. Can you believe I invited Crystal and Joy and Debbie to come to the hotel where I am because there is a swimming pool here, an indoor swimming pool. And I have been waiting for them all day, thinking they were going to come and visit me, at least for the swimming pool. Even if they don't like me and they don't like to spend time with me, I thought they would come here at least to use the swimming pool. They didn't. They didn't come to visit. Ah, yes. Uh, Kenneth, it sounds delicious. You have no idea what those egg rolls are. Outside, they're super, super crunchy and golden and beautiful. And inside, it is this delicious mix of veggies and pork and spices. I don't know how she makes them, but they are amazing. Is it difficult to make egg rolls? Kenneth, the one thing I don't recommend is if your friends know that you're making them, they are going to make you cook them. And I have seen Tim slaving over making egg rolls for everybody for hours. I wouldn't try. Uh, sure. So there is nothing you can do to make the windows cover. No, no, because for example, when I see another minivan, it's in your mind already. I look inside and I see the seats, all the seat rows, and I think, okay, no, they are not campers because you can see the seats. So I suppose you can see through the glass. If the car is empty, it is empty. If it is not empty, if it is all covered with the protectors, someone is there. Uh, Time consuming, exactly. Kenneth is hungry. Crystal says, I am so sorry, my friend. She says that. I have been busy all day in my van and is still at the moment working on it, trying to be all ready by tomorrow night so the work week will be more relaxed. I am so super terrified about our work week, Crystal. I tell you, I am trying not to think about that, but I am super terrified about it. It's going to be fantastic. We agree, Tim. Stealthy is a vague term. Low profile is more achievable. Absolutely right. Yes. If one thing that called my attention many times in rest stops and places like that is people who do not have window protectors, and instead they use blankets or towels. And that is like having a huge sign, I live in my car, I live in my vehicle, because you put towels and blankets there. That is even worse in your eye. In my eye, that is, oh, poor person. With window protectors, at least it might be that you're just trying to prevent the inside of your car from getting too hot. So that is a very normal explanation. I do that right now. My van is outside and all the window protectors are on the windows because that way it doesn't get too hot inside. So that is normal. That is perfect. Now, if it is full of blankets or towels or something, it looks like a homeless person is loitering there, that kind of thing. So, Uh, talking about attracting attention to yourself by covering windows with towels and rags. Exactly. Exactly. You do attract attention that way. I remember I was near Napa Valley and there was this fantastic rest stop there where you can overnight. But there was a guy with his dog tied to the bumper of the car and his grill outside and his chair outside, taking one more space next to his car. So you would drive into the rest stop and you would see him camping next to his car. And he was still there, so nobody kicked him out. I camped there 2 or 3 nights, and every day when I came back to the rest stop, the guy was there grilling something every day, and he wouldn't move. He was camping there. That was his uh, boondocking site. So yeah, and he did have blankets and towels on the windows. Um, Tim says, what do you miss the most living in your van? You mean, what do I miss the most if I am in my van? What do I miss compared to living in a regular house? Or what do I miss now that I am in the hotel of my van? Because if it is the second one, yes, but I give you two, so you cannot say yes, yes one or yes two. The second one is I I am dying to going back to being a nomad already. This just started. I have been in this room for 4 days, I think it is, 4 or 5 days. And I need to go back in my van into national forest or BLM land or something. I need to get out of here right now. I have been thinking because it is comfortable to have a shower there. But I thought, okay, what if I don't know if you have heard, but Allison from Trouble Snacks, she decided to stop being a nomad for the time being. So she's now renting an apartment in Las Vegas. And I thought of that. I thought, ooh, how much fun it would be to rent an apartment in Las Vegas and meet with her every now and then for coffee, that kind of thing, going back to sticks and bricks and the regular life with friends. And then I thought, no, I really don't want to do that. I still feel like a nomad. I want to be a nomad. I don't want to go back to sticks and bricks. So I miss my van. I do miss it terribly. Sue says, do you or Tim ever have days where the isolation gets out the better of you? What a beautiful question. That is so important for anyone entertaining the idea of becoming a nomad. That is a great question, Sue. Um, Isolation, I wouldn't use that word because isolation is more like what we had during the pandemic, I guess, when you would go out and you you had to keep 6 feet apart from others, and there was no traffic on the streets, so it felt like you were alone in the planet. But when you're a nomad, you are alone. You're totally alone most of the time. Tim goes to meetups very frequently. So I guess that is fantastic because it helps you have more of a social life than when you are at home. Um, but in my case, I can be alone for days and days and days. And you always find something you like to do. It's either you watch a show that you like and you follow. I really like American Idol. So I think we are down to the top 7 now. So tomorrow it's going to be the top 5. So I am already excited about that. So I do follow a couple of shows like that, and that is fun. I make videos. The videos and meeting with you guys is a huge part of my life these days. Um, Reading something interesting, knitting, doing something, or just taking photographs or going to explore. I love exploring. So I research. On the way here with Debbie, we stopped at Zion National Park, at Bryce Canyon, and before getting there, I research everything that takes hours of your day. And when you get there, you get to see those things and you take photos and you explore more and you talk with the rangers and you learn more. I love learning. I love learning. So that takes care of your day, you know? And feeling lonely is up to you because I I I get along with my solitude. I am not afraid of my solitude. It's very productive, actually. Um, Tim says, I personally don't get lonely being by myself. I am too busy to be lonely. I am always doing something. Exactly. When you are in your head, planning like Tim does, planning the next fix, the next thing that has to be done, your thoughts keep you company. It's good. And then you can always go to the movies. I sometimes go to watch a movie by myself and I get some popcorn and I sit there, and it's one of those big pleasures in life. No, you always find something to do. It's nice. Hi, Dia. How are you? Um, Before I forget, every lady here, uh, happy Mother's Day tomorrow. There are so many great women out there who are so very good mothers. So happy Mother's Day in advance. Tim says, but I do enjoy having company for a short amount of time. Exactly. And then comes the point of, are we introverts or extroverts? If you're an extrovert, probably loneliness is going to weigh heavy on you because you need others to bounce off your energy off of, you know. But if you're an introvert, uh, you get to enjoy being on your own. In my case, I think I mentioned this before, I am an ambivert, meaning you think I am very extroverted because I go out there and da da da, and I do funny things. But after a while, I need to retreat and be by myself to recover, because otherwise those energies, they drain me. So I think that is important also, whether you are comfortable with other people or they drain you. Even the best people can drain you. So there are no problem with the typos here. We love typos. uh Dia says, same here. I don't get lonely very often. If I do, I go socialize for a while. Exactly. And there are some sites on Facebook. Oh, by the way, Many Roads No Rules has a group on Facebook now. I have no idea how to use Facebook, but I created this group on Facebook. So altogether, someday we will come up with the idea of organizing a meetup somewhere so we can all meet in person. In the meantime, I thought, okay, I'm going to create the group on Facebook, Many Roads, No Rules. You can go there, uh, ask to join, and join. Um, I sometimes write some stupid thing, as always, but you're more than welcome to put your questions like today or your thoughts, and you will have this group of friends that is going to give you answers or comments or whatever. So please join Facebook, Many Roads No Rules, so we start creating the community there. Hopefully we will be able to organize something to meet. But there is a group on Facebook. The name is We Camp Together. And you can go there and say, I am camping at this place. Is there anyone else around here? And if there are people nearby, they tell you, oh, yeah, I am here too. Uh, Check me out. I am here. And then you go, you visit, you talk. And if you like them, maybe you move your vehicle closer to them. I don't know. It's a way of creating community and making friends. It happened to me a couple of times, and it was good. It's a good experience. Elsa says, if I may, I think we match. I have heard her heart express a love to cook and for family and loved ones. Yes, yes. Those are the things that get us together, right, Elsa? The love for food. Food is also a way of giving something to someone we care about. So that's a good thing. Um, Sue says, I am a person that enjoys my solitude most of the time. Anyone watching Yellowstone? Oh, I heard of that. No, I haven't started watching that one. Yes, yet. Do you recommend it? I heard of that. Mm, Haven't had time yet. Uh, oh no, Elsa, don't apologize. You can say whatever you want here. Sherry says, Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies here. We don't know if one of the guys is a mother. I know Tim loves his squirrels in the backyard and he feeds them. Tim is so motherly towards those squirrels. So happy Mother's Day, Tim. Um, Tim says he binge watches Netflix that I wasted 6 hours yesterday. Hey, you learned something, I'm sure, or at least you had fun. That is not wasted. Crystal says, Happy Mother Days to you too, and all the mothers here. That is beautiful. I think, I don't know why we become mothers. Um, Probably it's that thing that life forces us to do it because life has to go on. But gosh, it takes courage to be a mother and a lot of physical energy. That is why we are drained after a few years. Um, but that is bravery right there. I love. I found myself in the situation of being a single mother, and only single mothers understand the fear, uh, all the things we want to do for our kids, and we don't have enough support because we don't have the partner. Eh, Gosh, single mothers are amazing. Sherry says, I don't have Facebook. I was in Facebook jail too many times. Yeah, I don't know how to use it. I use it very sparsely, but the sparingly. But the point is, I would like to create a group so we can coordinate and camp together one day. Dia also heard of Yellowstone, but she's not watching it. The X Files, the X Files, I binged on those many years ago, and now I cannot go back there. No. Hi, Millie. How are you? I love your name, Millie. Um, So I am the same as you about Yellowstone, but I hear other van lifers asking the same question. I am about to start season one. Of course, maybe because it is filmed in places where mm, some people are familiar with. So probably that is why people are questioning that. I will have to go and check it out. Hi, Doug. How are you? I see you have some connection now. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, I know it. I know you said I hear. Um, Tim says, I respect all the mothers out there, all the sacrifices and loves that you gave to the children unconditionally. Thank you, Tim. That is so beautiful. I thought you were going to protest because I said you are like a mother to your squirrels, but no. Thank you so much. That is a beautiful, beautiful thought. Nice. Thank you for that. So, any other questions? Anybody? No more questions? That's it? Sue says, I raised three children as a single person, and after becoming an empty nester, I adopted a baby girl. She turning 24 soon. She's amazing. Oh my gosh, Sue, that is so generous of you. Thank you. You see, some people are the best mothers. Mothers, well, unfortunately, this week, right before Mother's Day, uh, Lori Vallow was found guilty finally, and she hasn't been sentenced yet. But I hope they give her at least two life life terms in prison. But okay, let's not go there. That is just sad. Um, yes, Iris, I agree with you. That is being amazing. I mean, that is having so much love and saving someone's life that way by providing a home. That's oh gosh, so beautiful, so beautiful. So you are like our model, our inspiration for tomorrow. Absolutely beautiful. Millie says, here in Oregon, and we are having a heat wave. Oh, don't worry. Everybody apparently is. Millie, here in the north of Minnesota, 2 weeks ago, everything was covered in snow. And right now, it's like being in Florida. It's hot and sticky. It's disgusting. Um, Thank you very much, Millie, for your beautiful words. Thank you. Sherry, I had one beautiful child and two ugly ones. Oh, Sherry, you are the best. You're amazing. I hope they don't hear you say that, poor things. Um, Tim says, which solar system do you like the most? Fixed or foldable? Ah, I suppose by foldable you mean the ones you take outside and you put in the sun and then you bring them in with you. I don't like those at all for two reasons. They are very fragile. They get flipped by the wind and they get damaged, and they are very expensive. The last time I checked, the Jackery foldable 100 watts was $200, which is ridiculous. I bought my solar panel, a 9BB 100 watts, for $80 with the cables and everything. So, and you don't have to worry about the thing getting wet if it rains or if it is windy, whatever. It's just up there and that's it. I love fixed. Yes. Um, Crystal says, I love the concept of the Yellowstone series, but I can't get through a whole episode because I can't get past all the bad language. I don't have virgin ears by no means. It turns me off. There is an author back in Argentina. He gave this speech once. He cracks me up. His thoughts are so fantastic. He says, what is bad about the bad words? Do they hit the other words? And it kept on going like that. It was just genius. Crystal, I don't allow myself to not enjoy something because of the language. Maybe because I watched so many Robert De Niro movies all of my life. So I think they do represent a stratus of society for whom those words are normal. They are the normal thing. So I would just ignore those things and just get used to it, because they are not there to offend you, but maybe to represent a culture, or a cultural problem if you want. But just enjoy the series if you're there. I don't know, my opinion. Shirley says, Sue, how wonderful. Two was friend for many years. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you. Uh, Washington State, very hot today. Dia is laughing at Sherry. Tim too. Sherry is a case, I tell you. I don't know. Uh, Ilsa, you're so right. These children, they know who they are. I have one of those myself. The ugly children Sherry has. Sherry, so funny. Uh, Millie says, you're most welcome. Sounds like it's time to visit one of Minnesota's beautiful lakes. Have you ever visited Lake Itasca? No, but I suppose it must be beautiful since there is a whole line of motorhomes with that name. There are many motorhomes that are manufactured here in Minnesota, so I suppose maybe they do that near there. There are so many beautiful lakes here. But after living here for 12 years, I tell you, it's kind of, I prefer the mountains and the desert. Mm-mm. Uh, Burden of Truth. Ooh, that sounds, no, that I haven't watched, but it sounds interesting. That one must be interesting, mostly with the political turmoil that is going around today. That could be interesting. Ivan, hi Ivan. I had my puppy tied to a step of my fifth wheel He saw a squirrel, leaped forward, and his rope knocked over and cracked my first new solar panel. No way! Everything because of a squirrel. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Do you like foldable solar panels? Not if there are squirrels around. No. Ah, I'm so sorry, Ivan. That is not a good experience. Uh, Elsa doesn't watch anything on the stupid box. I love the stupid box, I tell you. Sometimes you have to tone down your own intelligence with a little bit of stupidity. It's good. Uh, Tim says, so my mother only had me. So I am neither beautiful nor ugly unless she was being nice to me. That's fascinating. I enjoy the mountains and lakes also, dear, yes. But I'd rather be in the desert. The you know, these days it has been hot and sticky here in Minnesota, and my asthma is not liking that. In the desert, I breathe fantastically. Uh, DSS Tim, I'm sure you were wonderful in her eyes. Is oh, so many flowers going one way and the other. You can see the flowers flying all over. So funny. I know, Crystal. Poor Ivan. What experience. I those I didn't ask you, Ivan. Was it broken? Did it break when your puppy flipped it over? They're very fragile. I had one that lasted me 6 months, and I was taking very good care of it, very good care. One day I noticed it was not charging the Jackery at all. It was not giving anything. So I called Jackery and they asked me to send them a video showing them how I connected it and showing that there was no charge. I did, and they replaced it. So it only lasted 6 months, and they replaced it because it was under guarantee. And the new one lasted me another 6 months. So $200 per panel, that is not a good idea. So, any other questions? Nothing, nothing, nothing? Kenneth, you said you had a lot of questions. Tim, you said you were making a list of questions. No more? Well, just remember, go to Facebook. If you're a Facebook addict, help me with that. I was just trying to make you nervous. No, honey, no, no, no. You're not going to make me nervous with such a very simple thread. I am making a list of questions. So what? So what? Uh, Tim is saying your hour is up. You know, Tim, I have a plan. For me, I don't know for the rest of you, but I suppose it happens. For me, some particular festivities or special days, holidays, like the 24th of December, those weigh heavy on my spirit because the 24th of December, I would love to be with my children, with the three of them and their children and all of that. But of course, I cannot be in three parts at the same time. So I am planning on having dinner maybe on the 24th of December with all of you, and we are going to keep going for hours. So you could sit with us, Tim, while you make some egg rolls and we share some virtual egg rolls. But it will be hours, I promise. Dia says, I heard I needed 400 watts to be able to charge my 2000 watt solar battery power station. So you should I buy? So this is the thing. I don't think there is a solar panel that is 400 watts. You will probably have to have 200 watts. That is going to give you peace of mind because you're going to, regardless of whether there is a lot of sun or not so much, you are going to have a lot of electricity going in. Let me tell you, Debbie just installed a 200 solar panel on top of her van, and she has a 2000 Jackery, a 1000 Jackery, and a 300 Jackery. So with the 200 solar panel, during the day, if it is sunny, she is able to keep the three Jackeries at 100%. If it is really, really sunny, if it is cloudy, not so much, but just to give you an idea. So I would say find out what sizes they are, eh, how many you want to start with, and see maybe you can start with 1 200, and that will be enough. And maybe later you can add another one. Eh, Doug says, in the words of TV hero Red Green, if women don't find you handsome, they'll find you handy. True. If you're not candy for the eye, you have to know how to use a screwdriver and fix things around the house, because otherwise we don't have a use for you. Um, my son, Doug, my son is coming for the wedding in September. So I will have my three children with me in September. I am very excited about that. And my son is moving to Spain. So from the Netherlands, he's going to Spain. So eventually I will have to go. So yeah, we can have more information about that for you, Dia, if you need it. Uh, Tim says, I con my wife into this relationship then. Well, you do that, Tim. That is your MO. That is your modus operandi. You con all of the community with your egg rolls and all those things. So, yeah, that is your MO, Tim. Absolutely. I agree. So, people, thank you as always. Thank you very much for being here. You are the best. I need to have a couple of you on a screen with me. So I am going to plan something for next Saturday. I want to have Sherry on a screen with me. I know she doesn't want to. She's not ready to be famous, but I want to. I really want to have her because she's so much fun. And I want her to explain that concept of the two ugly ones. That is so funny. Uh, Elsa says, trauma, stroke, brain forced me to find therapy for my brain, to learn reading, typing, or just as I found a YouTube. Will very few others. You're so helpful. Oh, thank you, Elsa. The thing is, yes, we need other human beings to help us with so many things. So it's lovely that you're finding your people around. That is nice. Mac for Fun 57 says, I will be leaving next week for on my first van camping experience. Oh my gosh, got a van camper, a Honda Odyssey. Perfect. So it's very similar to what Tim and I have, a minivan. Very minimally stocked. Perfect. That is excellent. We have to start with very few things. I started with everything I thought I was going to need. And then I started donating to Goodwill because it was ridiculous. I wouldn't fit in the van. Perfect. Congratulations then. So keep us posted. Let us know how it goes. I know you will love it. I hope you will love it. We love it. Iris says, Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Yes, Happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Treat yourselves to something tasty, whether it is a steak or ice cream or cake or whatever. Treat yourselves to something good because you deserve it. Thank you so much, Shirley, for the good luck wishes for Monday, for me and Crystal and Debbie and Joy and everyone. Right, Doug? We need to see Sherry. The CL driver is Doug. He's amazing. He knows a lot about technicalities. Ivan says, thanks. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Thank you very much for being so open and sharing so many things. It's amazing. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And for those of you who do not have a mother anymore, you did have one. I hope you remember her with a lot of love. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a beautiful day tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Take care. Bye.